everyone. Hi everyone. I have a book review of finally finishing Dimity and the Widow's Curse by Nancy Atherton. Alright, so I started this Friday and I finished it today, I finished 2 chapters today, so the bulk of my reading was Friday and Saturday. Yes. I have no complaints about this, but I'm thinking just what I was doing these past 2 days, and I don't know, maybe the way that I am feeling. I didn't feel fully immersed and like giddy and like oh my god and like oh my god I feel the warmth and the gooiness and all the coziness. For some reason I didn't feel it when I was reading this book. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, as I said, maybe because I've been watching the YouTubes and just what I was doing these last like 2 days, or the way she wrote this book, it didn't have the same sort of feeling as the previous ones, but I don't know how, because she only writes this and, you know, she's doing it once a year. I don't know what happened from the last book to this book, but that's that thing. But other than that, I did enjoy this book. It was very nice, and maybe it was because we find out this character and she's been living in the town for 10 years, but we haven't had any information about her until now. So, as far as I know, Mrs. Craven, like, it's written in the synopsis. Like, maybe Mrs. Craven was in previous books. If she was, leave it in the comments below, but I doubt it. So, maybe that's why. Because everyone else is, like, thoroughly established. Or else, in the first chapter, she introduces, you know, a new character who's either, you know, like with the Summer King, he lives in a different town, but, you know, they don't really associate with any other towns like that. And the way that Mrs. Craven moved from her hometown of Old Cowerton to Finch and has been living there for 10 years. And those of us who've been reading these books basically have been living in Finch for, I'd say, about roughly 20 plus years. Because Mrs. Craven moved into the town and Lori said she couldn't, you know, greet her officially and all that such like the rest of the town because she was potty training her twins. And her twins are roughly about, what? They should be about 10 now? Roughly? Yes? They should be about 10 years old now? Yes. So, and as I said, like with the Summer King, he lived in a separate town, but, you know, he's been, you know, associated with it for this entire time. But it's, you know, going to a new town and meeting a brand new character, like that, I felt very connected that way. And when Amelia, their step-grandmother, her stepmother-in-law, Lori's stepmother-in-law, she moved to the town and she had been there for like, I think she was there for about a few months before, you know, the whole, like the actual book about her was, you know, written. And I think it's the, hold on. I believe it's about the village witch. That's her book. I don't really want to get it out. But as far as I remember, she had been living there for a few months, not like 10 years. And associating with her, she'd only, you know, she didn't leave her house. She didn't associate with any of her villagers because she was there and like she wanted to be like invisible pretty much in that way. The last book, Buried Treasure, I believe it is. I think that's when James and Felicity Hobson came in. They were just moving in, so yeah. I think that might be my trouble with this book, is that she'd been living there for 10 years, and for, you know, back when Lori was potty training her children to like about this time, I can't remember. It's definitely up into her older books because Dimity in the Deep Blue Sea was the last of the fancy. You can't even see that. Where is it? This thing, this white thing that I'm pulling out. That's Aunt Dimity and the Deep Blue Sea. That's the last of like the amazing book covers, and that's, she has her twins there. I don't know how old they are, but they're obviously old enough to walk on their own, talk on their own, and be all very much alone. But so it had to be in like somewhere there. She moved in, and then all of those books from there for like, I don't know, let's say 8 books. There's no, as far as I know, there's no mention of Mrs. Craven. So I think that might be why. Yeah. I think that might be why. But other than that fact, as I said, I did very much enjoy this book. It was a very pleasant book. It was a very mellow book as far as I could tell. I like that Bess is like a little older now. She's a year and a month old. She said she's 13 months, so she's a year and a month old. And she's like walking, but she needs help walking, so like they're putting 2 fingers out and she's holding onto them as she's walking. And she says a few words. The few words that she's been saying is moo and go. And that's about it. The character of Mrs. Craven was an interesting sort. Hold on, it says here that, but during their conversation, dear sweet Mrs. Craven reveals matter-of-factly that her first husband was a horrid man who deserved to die, so she killed him. That's... Because when you were first reading her, she's like really insane. She's really sweet. And, you know, you get to know her sort of, and she's apparently she doesn't speak a lot. But then, you know... So yeah, and then once they go to Old Cowerton and find out about her past, and, you know, this is here, like, find out about this widow's curse, whether she actually really killed her husband, and also finding out about the others. You have to read the book to find out about the others. And just the townspeople, and then like they're divided between her because some people think she says, and she is, a really sweet woman, but the other people are like, no, she's a horrible woman, she's killed her husband and buried him and, you know, eluded the official and such. So yeah. She's a very interesting character, and I love reading books like that where you find out the back history of a person and, you know, how they were like this at one point, and then all the stuff that happened to get them to where you know them right now, like at the time where Lori knows her. Sadly, I'm feeling very wishy-washy about this book. I did enjoy it, but I'm very mellow about this book, and I wish I wasn't so mellow about this book because I was so enthusiastic when I got it. I'm always enthusiastic when I get these books because they are so good, but I don't know. I'm hoping it's just because of the situation I was in, and, you know, when I reread these books, I will get, like, I will feel better because I will be reading. When I do read it, I will be reading all the way from the beginning to, like, this book, or whatever current book is out, because, like, this is the 22nd book. I don't think so. Like, back here it says, is the author of 21 other Dimity mysteries. So this is the 22nd one. I don't know. We'd have to check her website for the official count. But, yes. Lori has always been a pleasure. She's always a pleasure to read. And Bree came along with her when she and Bess went to Old Cowerton. So, I don't know. And my nails are being very unhealthy, very uncooperative right now. They're splitting and breaking. There weren't many shocking things other than, you know, this sweet old woman says she killed her first husband. And then we go to the town, and then we meet this, like, literally two groups, like, you know, for her factions of, like, the people who disliked Mrs. Craven and what they said happened. And then we have this other group that is really like her, and they're saying, no, this is what actually happened, and that she didn't, like, she's not a nasty person. And it's just, they both, these groups in there, in this book, are like, they're the only things that really, you know, like, had a shock for me. And I liked reading about them because they gave the backstory of Mrs. Craven. And then we find out later in the end of the book something big, and it's just like, wow. Wow, that's why she did it. That's why all of this. But again, I feel very wishy about this book. Maybe it's the way about this book, just, yeah, I don't know. As I keep saying, I did thoroughly enjoy this book. And I did. I really enjoy these books. But I don't know. Maybe I need to take the time and not be like watching stuff, because I'm trying to finish the Drow, and then I have stuff on my laptop to finish, and before half the time I think I'm very good with reading stuff, and I can get very immersed. But I think other times with other books, I don't know. But anyway, that's my book review on Aunt Dimity and the Widow's Curse. I would suggest reading it because I love reading Aunt Dimity. Maybe there wasn't enough Aunt Dimity. But yes, that was my very mellow review on the book. All the main characters, like with Laurie and Bree, they're always a joy to read. And then we get like 2 small instances of like the town of Finch characters, and you know, at the beginning and the end, and they're still lovely. And yeah, maybe I like reading about more, I don't know, closer to home, maybe. I don't know. But I recommend reading this book because it's a lovely book in regardless. I also was quite confused as to like a lot of the quilting terms and like the description of the quilting stuff. I think that was another part of the reason why I feel very mellow about this book. I didn't understand a lot of the quilting terms and the descriptions and such, so. But I love quilts. I actually have my my quilt bed set on right now. It's not an official quilt, but they say it's made like quilting, and I really want a really good one. I saw a picture on Nancy Atherton's Facebook, and her cat was on it, and I'm like, oh my god, I want that blanket. Where can I get it? But apparently she got it like 10 years prior to when I commented, and can't get it anymore, which sucks. I would love like a big king size quilt blanket. I'd love to be building it, and it has to be 100% cotton, the front and the back. So yeah, again, this is my weird review, and now I'm gonna get on to my next one because I still haven't heard back from the interlibrary loan. So I'm gonna start on my new book, which is Night Triumph by Shannon Drake. And yes, this is an official romance novel. So it's gonna have sexy time. It should have sexy times, and does. Ugh. And then just in the part. Some of these romance novels come with this stuff. Oh, I should find out. I have a book that is called Night Triumph, but that is the 4th book in a 5-book series, and since I already have an interlibrary loan, as I said, going on right now, I gotta wait till I finish the series I have currently going on with Geraldine Dawson, and I also gotta write down all those books for it. Where is it? There's my piece of paper for all those books I need. So I have another book by Shannon Drake, and it is a one-off book. It's called Beguiled. So yes, this should be interesting. It is officially a one-off book. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, thanks for, yeah. Got a prologue. We've got, oh, these things in it. For, how many chapters do we have for it? 18 chapters, and they're very long chapters. This is an official romance book. It is a historical romance right here. And I love reading my real actual romance novels because they have my smut in there. I love my smut. Yes, you could call these smut books because, you know, they have sexy times in here. But I love the romances part in this book. And then everything added to it, it just, on top of that, it just makes it good. I love reading these books, okay? I love reading these type of books. They're one of my favorites. So yes, this is also why I have so many of Kristin Feehan books. Nora Roberts. Well, mainly it's Kristin Feehan and Lizzie Sands. Nora Roberts sort of does like soft porn. But this is like, almost like porn, okay? I love these books. It's not an erotic novel. This is a romance novel, but some of those sexy times are very, like, detailed, and they're good, okay? They are good. Yes. So I'm gonna read the back now. This is really about it. I found, like, we have 19 chapters. I'm reading that wrong. And apparently this is her pseudonym name. Her real name is Heather Graham, and I believe I have her. I have books by her. Let me just check. Handy dandy list. Maybe I don't. Nope, I don't have an Graham. Wait, yes I do. I have one book by Heather Graham. Is it spelled the same? Yes, yes, yes. I have one book that is possibly by her. I have yet to see the picture, but I do have a Heather Graham book. Nya, nya, nya. Okay, so now I'm going to read the back. Who can resist a dashing highwayman? Allie Grayson never wanted to be a heroine. She dreamed of writing great stories, not living in a fairy tale. But when she's abducted by a charming highwayman right out of a novel, Allie finds herself thoroughly enchanted. No matter that she's betrothed to another, or that she has no intention of binding herself in an arranged marriage anyway. But when Mark, her burdensome fiancé, is revealed to be none other than the rogue of her dreams, Allie must make a choice. Plunge into a world of murder and deceit without a protector, or place her trust in the man who lies to her but makes her heart sing. Oh my lord! What? Oh my lord. Okay, yes. Most of these adult romance books have like literally the same plot, but I'm always shocked, okay? As I said, I love these books. I love like the intrigue and all of like, oh my gosh, you're the highwayman, yet you're my fiance? Ah! I love all of that sort of like romantical dramatics, and more than likely in the end they're going to fall in love and get married and have a happily ever after. I don't know, I love it. They're another one of my guilty pleasures. I love these. Oh my god, I love so much. Okay, I do. And now I can't wait to read it because of the back. Oh my gosh. But I'm not gonna be reading it much because right now I gotta start cleaning. Yes, I gotta clean this week for cleaning. So I hope you liked this book review. If you did, hit that like button down below. And you can leave your comments of how you liked this book and how you felt about it. If you have, just don't be nasty or negative and be like, oh my god, I can't believe you have such mellow feelings about this book. This book was amazing. It was great. Blah, 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 blah. Calm down. I'm gonna calm down myself. But I love Dimity. I love these books, and I've had a very high feeling about all of the books, but I don't know. As I said, I'm hoping I feel differently if when I do a reread of my Dimity books and I'm reading them one after the other. So please do not harass me of my feelings of why I don't have such high feelings about the newest Dimity book, technically, according to this video. And yes, and just don't be nasty or negative in the comments. That's all I ask for, is don't be like that, okay? Because we don't need it in the world. And also, if you're going to say that, oh my god, I can't believe you read that stupid, those stupid shitty books, they are stupid, they have no point in this world, they should not be written, I say, no, I love these books, okay? They make me feel good. And you're bullshit. And I semi-watched a video that bitched about these type of books, and I'm like, that's the point of these books. They are supposed to be smut-filled. They're supposed to be tropes after trope after, you know, that's the point of these books. That's the way they're written. That's their purpose, okay? So don't start talking smack shit about these books, because it's the point. If that's the way you feel about the books, don't read them, okay? Just don't read them. And don't, like, you know, watch book review videos on them if you are going to talk talk shit about them, because they are good books. They are good books. They may not be, like, you know, have morals like, you know, here does, but they still serve a purpose, okay? So shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go. And if this is the first time you're watching my video, please hit that big red subscribe button down there below beside my picture. Oh my god, I can't speak. Please hit that big red subscribe button down there by my picture for more book reviews, hauls, unboxing, unbagging. Some of these come in a bubble wrap manila envelope or a plastic bag wrapped thingy. Vlogmas, random vlogs, and random videos. I have no idea where to categorize. Alright, as I said, I gotta go clean. I'm gonna go put this away. I got more YouTube videos to watch. I've got 30 videos left to watch of the Drow. And then I can start watching stuff on my computer. Okay? So, I'm gonna get going. I hope you liked my video. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.